Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Introducing Me. Um, it's been a week this week. We came back from our anniversary trip on Wednesday. So it was nice going out to Cripple Creek, did a little bit of gambling and, won a lot of, well, not a lot of money. I think won a total of $215 and lost majority of it back. So, came home with so they started with $40, came home with about 60 of it, I want to say. Um, Gambling does get you. Um, but yeah, I came back Wednesday, and of course missing 2 days of work was an absolute train wreck. So let me give you a day in the life of a pharmacy technician. I get up at 6:15 every morning, Monday through Friday. I get to work at, depending on what time I leave the house. If I can get my husband up and out on time without him acting like a 5-year-old, um, I can usually get out by 6:45 and get to work by 7-ish. But if I'm leaving at 7, I don't get to work until about 7:15, 7:20 at the latest. And depending on gate traffic, I may not get to my building until exactly at 7:30. Um, and we open at 7:30. We open the pharmacy to the retirees and active duty and all that. I work on a military base, so we open at 7:30, and then we get our assigned duties throughout the day. It starts 7:30 to 11, and then lunches are 11 to 12 and 12 to 1, and then duties from 1 to 3 and 3 to 4:30. And then we close at 4:30, with the exception of Friday or Thursday. We close at 5:30 in the lobby for pickup only. So a couple of the active duty members stay behind and take care of those patients that come in late. I'm on contract, so I am contracted to work Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30. My schedule does not change unless I request time off or I'm out for doctor's appointments or take leave for whatever reason. You go visit my family, go have a weekend to myself, something like that. I am contracted. So yeah, we get there and go to our duty stations. You're either at the window helping at pickup, or you're typing, you're manning the phones, or you're filling prescriptions. Just depends where they put you throughout the day. And then of course we get an hour lunch. So we either go from 11 to 12 or 12 to 1, depending on where they put us. Normally I go from 11 to 12, but this week I went from 12 to 1 because we are short manned this week and probably going to be short manned next week. But I'm only working 3 days and half of Thursday. And then I'm on vacation for the weekend to go visit my family. So it's going to be it was a tough week this week, and it's going to be a little bit tough next week as well, since everyone's taking a leave or out sick or something of that nature. But yeah, that's a day in the life of a pharmacy tech. And we are closed on weekends. We're closed for all federal holidays. If we do have a federal holiday during the week, we have a family day either the day before or the day after, depending on where it falls. If the holiday's on a Monday, we have the family day on Friday. So some of us only work from 7:30 until 12. And then we're closed. Like, it's basically a 4-day weekend for those who don't work. If it falls on a Wednesday, we would be closed Wednesday and have a family day Thursday. It's kind of weird when they do it like that. I wish they would just have it, let us have a 4-day weekend or something like that. And then Wednesdays are our training days, so we open even later. We don't open until 9:30. So we're still there at 7:30 doing our, computer-based trainings, or if we have a commander's call where we have to meet either in the chapel or at another building for the med group, and we get awards or we just talk about stuff that's going on. We'll do that, and then we still don't open to patients until 9:30. And then, of course, sometimes, here in Colorado, we have our crazy snow weather. So we could be delayed to where we show up. Let's say we're delayed until 9:30. We would show up at 9:30, but we wouldn't open to patients until 10, and we would still be closing at 4:30 or 5:30 if it's a Thursday. But yeah, we're closed all major holidays. They're talking about adding more holidays since President Carter passed away. They're thinking about making his memorial a actual federal holiday. So we'll see how that goes, I guess. But what do you guys do for a living, and how is your day in the life? Whether you're a mechanic like my husband, stay-at-home mom, which I give you guys kudos. I know a lot of people say stay-at-home moms is not a job. I'm sorry, but I have plenty of friends who are stay-at-home moms, and it is a job, because even if the kids are in school, you still have duties that you have to do at home before they get home from school. Or if they're too young to go to school, you have to try and do the work in between trying to take care of your child. So anyone who says a stay-at-home mom is not a job, they don't know what they're talking about. I give kudos to my moms. But yeah, what's a day in a life for you? What do you guys go through on a daily basis? How do you handle any stressors that might come your way, or any difficulties that you might have to deal with at work, whether it be customers or coworkers? How do you guys handle that? What do you guys do for a living, kind of thing? Let me know in the comments, share your story, and as always, subscribe. You guys have a great weekend. It is supposed to be beautiful. We're finally getting our spring weather. So go out and enjoy it. And if you live in Texas, I know it has been hella windy. So if you are out and about, enjoy the sun, but be careful with the wind. You guys have a good week.